Hey everyone, today for another vlog. I know I've been quite inconsistent with them, but just generally I've been quite inconsistent with life in general. Not been super, you know, working very well at the things I would like to work on. Like for example, like the my stories slash comics I would like to make, which I've kind of been making, but like I just lose a mix of motivation and drive and interest very quickly. Like they're very, I don't know, they're not a state where I could even like talk much about them. It's like the state where like you know you want to make something, or I really know what I want to make, but like there's just this sense of like I don't know. I just feel so drained by my work and life that I find it really hard to like just commit down and do something. And so the process has been basically like non-existent. Like it's not been non-existent, but I've been actually drawing out panels, but like very much in like the draft stage, which is better than nothing. I guess it's kind of important to like zoom out and remind myself that like a lot of like the the the, the usual rate is like a month for a chapter, right? And it hasn't even been like 2 months, so and it's like from people who are straight up just doing it full time, whereas I'm just doing it like I'm not even doing it at half time. I'm doing like third time or quarter time. Like I have way less time than the usual stuff. But yeah, but basically, I think this is just gonna be a very rambly one. Like I feel like lately I've been making like I've just been like in a rut where I just don't make a bunch of not really make anything. A big part of it might genuinely be because like I'm trying to like do too much or like I'm taking my goals too seriously. Like I noticed that like my just general cheerfulness for life or whatever it's been basically non-existent now. Just I feel like I'm taking myself way too seriously and also taking my goals too seriously, and it really doesn't help any of those. Like it doesn't help me feel good. It doesn't help me feel pursue them. Yeah, it just kind of feel stuck in many ways. But I don't know, stuck doesn't really feel like the right word. It just feels like I don't feel like I don't feel driven by what I'm pursuing right now, and I don't really want to do a lot of things right now. I think that's kind of the general sense I have. Is that it kind of feels like in the winter of my life right now. In a winter, right? Like there are several winter cycles. I don't know. It just doesn't feel like a spring or summer type of thing where you're very productive. Like it just feels like I just I think I'm still recovering from the burnout of school because in many ways I still am in school because I have to take classes for my job, which is part of my job. So I don't have to take classes outside of the job, but they're part of the job. But still, school I find is something to be incredibly draining because it's just so uninteresting. Like the classes are just so uninteresting for me, and it's just something you have to like drag yourself into, like take and then take the exams. It's utterly cringe. So I think the general sense I have in my life right now is that I'm just not energized because I'm not doing something I'm interested in. And whenever I'm doing something that I'm interested in, I'm like there's this sense that it also feels like work, and so I don't really want to be doing it. So I feel like I should either like revise what I'm doing or just allow it to take more time than I would want. It's hard to say. Right now, I'm just okay with not working on it at all, personally. Maybe the wise option would be to allow it to drag for like 3 times as long as I okay as I'm currently trying to do. Like as in not go at the pace I expect myself to go. But honestly, at this point, I just can't be bothered to do the type of thing, type of projects I've been sort of setting my mind to, as kind of lame as it is. Because also like okay, just general recap of my personal projects. So I plan on quitting my job in like 2 years. And at this point, I'll have like a decent amount of money to like at least 5 years worth of money because I'm a very frugal person. If but it's more like something like 7 8 years if I made the computations right. But it's always hard to say because of inflation, right? Like I didn't take into account inflation, but it's always hard to take into account because obviously it's a random variable. It's not something you can predict. So it's always hard to say, but it's kind of in that ballpark, like the amount of money I'll have in 2 years after I quit in 2 years. So quite comfortable. And so there's a part of me that just feels like I should probably not try to do too many things now because like it's honestly really hard to juggle like a full-time job and like working on your personal projects and taking care of yourself because like if I don't take care of myself, I just genuinely just feel awful for my job. Like I just don't feel good when I come from home. When I come home from my job, just I mean I don't know. Like maybe I'm part of the problem, but I also feel like there's just a fundamental thing about the job that just makes me feel awful, and it's something I really have to deal with quite frequently, and it takes up quite a lot of energy. Uh, so yeah, like I don't really know how to describe it. It's just it is like part stress, yeah, because like it's like a lot of things in like modern jobs are completely out of your control, and so obviously like I'm definitely like part of the loop, right? Like I'm part of like the sort of like low level stress that perpetuates in my life. Like I could definitely do a lot about it, but like at the same time, I think there's just like this really aggravated part of me who's like, I really want to be out of this job. Like I really can't stand it. And this kind of stuff. I'm really sorry for the very family vlog, but I think it's time to have a more. I'd rather have those than just say nothing and do nothing. Because I find like when the words come out, you kind of see them more clearly, and I realize that like I haven't really been taking care of myself as I could because like I think there was just like this really deep-seated fear in me was like if I don't go hard on my personal projects then I will never be able to realize them. But I think it's a really bad idea to do them the way I've been doing because I've been doing it in such like a weird way where like I pressure myself but like I don't really get things done anyway. So like what's the point of pressuring myself in that case? Like if it was like my full-time thing and I was doing literally nothing, then yeah, I would need like structure. I would need to revise my plan. But like, hey, it's like I only got a full-time job, and it's just I don't know. I feel like I have I would be tempted to just completely excuse myself and to just focus on self-care right now. So I guess that's kind of what this video is about, like self-justification. I guess. Um, I guess there are like two sides to it. On one hand, I could say that what I'm doing when I just cope and I'm just like taking the easy way out. On the other hand, I could say like that I have basically been like my entire life been trying to been like coercing myself to do things I don't want in order to like either survive or please other people. And right now I'm so fucking fed up of that that I don't want to do anything of that kind. But like I'm just and like even if that includes my personal projects, like my inner rebel is so fed up with it that it just cannot accept it. And I think the general dynamic in my life lately has been just that the inner rebel has been like way 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 activated. Like just even like basic stuff, just like yeah, I don't want to do it. Just I don't want to do that shit. It's not in like a super depressive sense. Like I can't get out of bed. Like I don't find that difficult. I don't have a problem with that. But like it's more in the other sense of like if I don't have to do it, I'm not doing it. Right? Like I'd rather just have fun on the internet, honestly, as lame as it is. So honestly, there's a part. I think that's I think that's what I'm going to follow up with in the following weeks. I just feel zero obligation to like try to do anything with my free time. As absolutely lame as this to say, I feel like I should just allow whatever is interesting to arise and to give myself options, but not to force anything. And the main thing that seems to rise lately has just been a whole bunch of like taking a break from screens and just staying more with my body. Yeah, because it feels really good to just stay with my body or to just breathe and letting the tension dissolve. So yeah, I don't think I have much to add. That was already 9 minute video. Very rambly, I'm sorry, but sometimes you need those to like figure things out. And I think the thing I figured out today is just um, yeah, I cannot beat the inner rebel. The inner rebel in me just doesn't want plans, doesn't want coercion. So I think I have to respect that, honestly. I think the more I fight with it, the more time I waste. So the more I like allow it to express itself and do its thing, the more I can start working with myself. Also today I I did a bunch of screaming in a pillow and it really helped feeling more energy in my body. I noticed that when I'm tired, there's that's probably what needs to come up. It's just a bunch of screaming and shaking. It's very messy, but I've realized that like emotions for me are very messy, and I need to like reach them because they don't really come up naturally because so emotionally repressed that like the kind of needs to be more of an active process, right? So yeah, that's all I think I have to say for today. Thank you for listening. I'll see you next time.